Just wanting to let you know today is Big Fat Lie Friday, and I have a juicy one for you, a very juicy one. So, yeah, I want to talk about those things that you're forgetting about yourself. And it's so important to remember that you actually incarnated with a purpose. There is a really strong purpose for you to be here. And I can just feel it. There's a lot of sadness on the planet right now, a ton of sadness. And people are like, well, what am I doing here? Why am I here? Do I actually have a purpose? And so right now is a really auspicious time to really tap into what it is that you're here to be and do. And so when you're forgetting what you're here to be and do, then what happens is you start to lose your self-esteem. You start to loop. You start to pick up some obsessions. And there may be a time for you right now to retreat and rest. And I would say that without my ongoing commitment to you, I probably would have just rested today. And so there are some things that people have an ongoing commitment to. And I would really love for you to consider having an ongoing commitment to knowing your worth and enjoying your wealth. And it's so interesting when I talk about wealth, a lot of the time people are like, well, isn't that sort of like a Bill Gates thing or a Warren Buffett thing or a Elon Musk thing to have wealth? Well, there's so many different forms of wealth. There's at least 5 that I can think of off the top of my head. And a lot of it is the things that you incarnated with, your special talents, abilities, and capacities. And so my invitation for you today, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of things. We're going to talk about places that need to slow down and places that need to speed up. We're going to talk about knowing your worth and enjoying your wealth. We're going to talk about forgetting. Now, the unconscious forgetting. And then there's also some places where there's willful forgetting, like, oh, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to remember that. And then the places where you have stuff that you're obsessing about and looping on. We're also going to talk about being the detective in your life and starting to notice those places that aren't working for you and what to do about it. I'm also going to talk about body intelligence and emotional intelligence and how when we start to be the detective, we can really start to tap into those places and spaces where you have a reoccurring theme. And the reoccurring theme is shitty self-esteem. And so let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. And then, of course, we're going to talk about emotions. We're going to talk about how that's energy in motion, past lives, auric bodies, all sorts of groovy stuff, and business. And, that those two things are not mutually exclusive. You are a being in a body who happens to have a business. And so the more that we can go into Gaia, the more that we can go into your Shakti energy, the more that we can go into ritual and learn to romance your body, the more wealth and worth can come into your life. And so my invitation for you is to join me at the top of the hour in 45 minutes for the Big Fat Lie Show. I've got the links anywhere you are. So click through, join me in the studio, or just listen to me on your phone wherever you are. And thank you so much for listening. See you on the other side. Bye, guys.